Bro, if I had to completely start over, knowing what I know now, I wouldn't be doing 90% of what I was doing. And it wasn't because none of it really worked. I mean, some of it actually did. But because I was doing way too much for way too long for all the wrong reasons. And eventually my body made me stop the hard way. So a little bit about me is I've been training since I was 12 years old. I did football in school, I did bodybuilding, I joined the Army, I did the SFAS, that's Special Forces, Assessment Selection. I did Ranger School, I did CrossFit and all that shenanigans. I was literally training 2 to 3 times a day. And yes, I thought grinding more was the answer. More volume, more work, more suffering. And then both my shoulders went. I had rotator cuff surgery on my left shoulder and my right shoulder. And then my L4 and L5 slip disc, they said had spondylolysis. Chronic low back pain all day. My left knee gets sore every time I try to do squats. I can't even run half marathons like I used to. But it's not even the worst part. The worst part is I lost my love for training. Yes, the physical training that I've been doing since I was 12 years old, I just lost the love for it. I didn't even want to do it anymore, and that's when it hit different. So I had to rebuild my body, not just physically, but the whole approach. And these are the 4 lessons that came out of that. One more thing before I get into it. I lost 50 pounds doing this exact same thing. So the first lesson that I learned is that you'll need 4 workouts a week for 45 minutes, and that's it. Bro, mind you, I was training 2 to 3 times a day every week. And do you know what I got from that? I got injuries out the wazoo. I got burnt out mentally. Like my body was consistently sore and I was just on autopilot. Like I wasn't thinking of what I was doing. I was just doing it because the program said to do it. So here's what I learned. Your body does not grow through training. It goes through recovery, which is everything you're doing outside of the gym. So just keep that in mind. If you're stacking workouts on top of workouts, you're just breaking yourself like I did. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need 6 exercises per muscle group. You don't need 2-hour workout sessions. You just need 4 workouts per week at a minimum of 45 minutes. That's enough to recover and show up for the next day. So the lesson number 2 is to walk every single day. And I'm telling you, walking is the best thing I did for my fitness in years. Walking is literally the most underrated training tools out there, especially when your joints have been through the constant high impact, constant high stress like mine was. Do active recovery show your actual main workouts is actually good. And if you're trying to lose weight like I did, I'm telling you, walking burns a lot of calories. Best part is that you could walk every day without destroying yourself. Now, if you want to add cardio machines like rowing, cycling, and the skier like I do, go for it because all of it works. But I would be careful if you're trying to turn these easy movements into high impact, high intensity cardio pieces every day, especially if your body has miles on it like mine does. And trust me, you will feel it. So all you literally have to do is walk 30 to 45 minutes a day, not the whole 10,000 steps a day, unless you want like a carrot to chase, then it is what it is. But even that has been debunked. Nobody posting about walking on YouTube or Instagram is because it's not sexy, but it works. So it is what it is. Real quick, if any of this is hitting different for you right now, then just drop it in the comments. Tell me where you're starting from and what you're struggling with. I answer all my comments. So the third lesson I learned is to get your protein. This one thing has changed my body more than any training plan can. And trust me, between the Army and personal training, I've designed and done a lot of programs. Most people are either overeating their protein or overcomplicating their diet at the same time. They're tracking the macros in the app, they're doing intermittent fasting, they're doing keto, they're doing paleo, all these fancy gurus fitness plans, and their protein intake is trash. So here's the plan. You need to build your whole meal plan around protein first. Decide on whatever protein you're eating and then add everything else around it. That's it. No app needed, no fitness guru expensive nutrition plan. And before you ask how much protein should you get, aim for 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight per day. So for example, if you're 200 pounds, that's about 140 to 200 grams of protein per day. And most people that I talk to are probably eating mostly between 80 to 100 grams of protein per day. And then they're wondering why they can't build muscle. Think chicken, eggs, ground beef, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, fish, real foods first. Protein, a protein powder is a supplement, not a replacement for real food. And that's literally the whole diet plan. That's how I dropped 50 pounds. That's some magic fitness influencers, expensive $400 nutrition fitness plan that I need to pay for a month for a subscription. And lesson number 4 is to treat recovery like it's a workout session. Now, this is what I had to learn the hard way. When you've been training your whole life, like me, you come out with the mindset like if you're not training, then you're getting weak. Literally, if you've done a workout and if you're not sore leaving the workout, then you didn't do anything. But that way of thinking will break you. Trust me, I got the surgical scars to prove it. Like I said in lesson 2, recovery is where the results happen. You need to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. You need to be doing your mobility and your stretching and your cool down, like actually doing it and treating it like a workout on your active recovery days. So like mine is like Saturday and Sunday. I just go for a walk or I go to the pool. Regardless of what you choose for active recovery, you need sleep. And if you're like me and when your sleep is off, everything is off. And I'm not going to apologize for that. At this point in my career, a good solid sleep is way better than any workout session. I'm telling you, with over 20 years of experience, your recovery capacity is not infinite. All you need is 4 workouts per week, 45 minutes each. That's the Hybrid 45 formula. See you next video.